Well, well, well. We have Wesley, and he's playing against Fancy. Now, these guys have won a lot of money. You saw that right there, about $1 million combined. And Wesley is on offense to begin. This is the game to make it to the finals, aka the semifinals. In the very first play, you see Wesley breaks a run super deep, 40-yard gain. Most people, especially in big games, I've noticed the very first play is a lot of times a run play. Just something I've noticed. Either run play or like a super, super safe pass. A lot of times RPO. And we're immediately seeing Wesley audible into the bunch strong X nasty. So essentially, this is going to be Eagles or Colts playbook. Those are exactly the same playbooks. And he's audibling from bunch into this quite a bit. There's obviously a nice RPO from here, but there's also just a lot of great pass plays. And I bet right here. So Wesley just double teamed this guy right here. He just got double teamed. Now you might be saying, Civil, why is that guy getting double teamed? Isn't This is dollar, so there's an A gap blitz right here, right? So this is the meta, right? These guys are a little bit of a send four with this guy coming through the A gap right here. If you double team this guy, right? You close him off. Let's clear the lane right here, right? This guy gets double teamed. You can roll out with your quarterback and throw something over here. Doesn't matter if this guy's coming free or not, because you're just gonna outroll him. And so you immediately see that double team. Let's see if that's what he does right here on the first play. That double team again. And Fancy actually gets clicked on the dude who double teams, but same idea nonetheless. And that's a little stock drag route that is kind of a spot route as well, where he's gonna sit against zone coverage on that play. Good play. That's what a lot of people do, man. Whenever you play against these blitzes or metas in any Madden ever, where there's an interior pass rush, an interior pressure, interior blitz of some sort, right? And again, what is Fancy doing on defense? He's running dollar, which is known for the meta being these three guys come, and then this guy comes to the A gap. So what can you do? You can roll out. That's how you can attack some of these, disengage blitzes up the middle, stuff like that. Tight end crosser is really good in this game. And we're going to see the tight end crosser get open down to the 3 or the 4 rather. And just like that, 2 passes, gets him 33 yards. And that rush for 40, he's already down to the 4. This can be a tough spot to score. So Fancy, not really in the worst position ever, right? You could definitely get a goal line stand right here. You can have good run defense. He's immediately going to go to the inside zone, or rather the read option. Cut it back. Good. One of the best ways to stop shotgun runs, boys. Obviously, you want to gap shoot, right? If you can get on this guy right here and loop around, that's the thing a lot of people do. But the other thing is, think about this. If this slot corner blitzes, who blocks him? Nobody does. This guy crashes down. So that takes away a cutback lane from the halfback if they try to do that. You can actually see that right here as he runs that read option, where that slot corner, only thing that Fancy did wrong right there was he backed that slot corner off, which just made him slow to get to the run. But that's a really good way of stopping run plays. Let's see it right here. Second goal, though, from the one. You need something a little bit better. Fancy's user falls down. Touchdown. Pretty easy for Wesley. Super easy first drive. These guys play very similar to one another. It's just, yeah. And they've played before. I want to say they played in Madden Bowl a while back. Did they play in Madden Bowl a few years ago? I can't remember. But they've definitely played in a tournament before. Fancy going for his first ever, as it takes a delay. Fancy going for his first ever, whatchamacallit, first ever finals. I think Wesley just went off sides right there in accident or something, because I saw Fancy, I look over. Usually you see people take a delayed game to start games, but right there, Wesley actually just went off sides. That confused me for a moment. And Fancy's going to be the Jets playbook. So we have Eagles for Wesley, Jets for Fancy. These are the two most popular playbooks. Fancy going to be running a lot of bunch strong, not to be confused with bunch strong X nasty, a little bit different, bunch strong offset, and then regular gun bunch, along with maybe audibling to some tight offset, and then audibling to some trips tight end offset. So a lot of offsets that we could potentially be seeing from Fancy right here. Both these guys utilizing How Route Master. How Route Master is obviously very good ability. If you're in regs, you can't do that, but you can replicate a good amount of stuff from How Route Master. Even if you don't run these playbooks exactly, or these exact schemes, whatever, you can still utilize a lot of what they do by just noticing concepts. And so one of the first things I want to point out is on that idea of utilizing concepts, right, is right here we have Fancy utilizing double corner, and you can do this from a bunch of different offenses as he catches that one out of bounds. You can throw or run double corner from a million different offenses in this game if you just have access to those routes. So you can run, from a bunch of different stuff. Right here, really popular route combo. We have tight end drag going across the middle, right? We have crosser, okay? This guy's on a wheel, But if you didn't have access to a wheel right here, you could just put him on a flat route because the main thing he's doing is pushing everything to the sideline, and then halfbacks on a streak attacking that seam. So all you need for this play, this guy's on a clear out streak. All you need for this play is some kind of post or crosser from one of your wide receivers, and you can recreate this pretty easily. So just I want to really point out the fact that a lot of the stuff can get created from a lot of different stuff. Right there, pressure almost could have been an intentional grounding, actually. So Wesley takes a normal blitz where he's sending, we've already talked about what this is, right? They're both running a similar defense. This 4-man. Fancy sends 5 out. So if he sends a 4-man, maybe it gets blocked, maybe it doesn't. But Wesley sends this guy off this edge. Now, where's this route combo attacking? This route combo is pretty much attacking this entire area of the field. So this guy coming off the edge forces Fancy to roll out. And what happens? He throws it away. Now, I have a question for you guys. Had Fancy ran something like where he double teamed the defensive end on the right and ran a corner route to the right, that would have been a great play call against the defense Wesley just called right there. But Wesley predicts correctly on his play call. Fancy calls the wrong play, and now he's on 3rd and 10 because he had that kind of cheat on first down. Let's see what we have this time. Corner route to the right side, not going to be there. And there's a big sack. 4th and 19 from your own 5. Interior pressure. What do? You got to punt, right? Fancy's probably going to, punting sucks in Comp Madden, but this is a pretty tough thing to pick up. And you got to punt because you don't get this. You just give him a touchdown, whereas you punt, you can, okay. You punt, you can actually get a stop. Like, you could get, like, right here, you don't, Let's see. 4th and 19. Motioning out. Double corner routes, I got to assume. Okay. Possibly throws Megatron. Big thing here is that we can see a dot. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Good play. Wesley sends everybody right here. User's a high safety. This guy's on a post. He's using this guy, and he just doesn't hold integrity. I'm kind of surprised by that. Good read right there. Good ball. Man, that's tough from Wesley. I can't lie. That's tough to give up, dude. Because that's your biggest opportunity so far in the game to just get a huge advantage. Now Fancy in the trips tight end offset. This has become a pretty popular route combo right here. He's double teaming. Is he going to try to roll out to the right? No, it's just going to pick it up. Corner route. Good read. A lot of people aren't making that read right there to that corner. Good job. Here's a little instant replay. He had pressure right there, too. I'm surprised Wesley didn't do a better job of using it because that corner route was bagged on the right. It was. Now we see the audible tight offset. Double teaming. A lot of people, man, there's this weird, it's just incorrect. People will try to say that double teaming or IDing doesn't do anything in the run game. Yes, it does. As someone who, especially I used to do this, had gap shoots for every meta run, but then I'd play good people who I'd be talking to them, and they would be running these runs, but they'd do certain double teams and IDs that would stop the gap shoot. They definitely have an impact, especially double teaming. That can eat that by itself will negate any kind of inside stuff or something like that. And you can do some other cool stuff with IDing and double teaming. The only thing I'll say with it is that it can be inconsistent. See the rollout, throws it, good click on right there. Good job by Fancy. Now he's down to 11. So after a really bad first 3 plays and kind of a lucky 4th play, just because I felt like Wesley should have defended that, Fancy finally starting to get his stuff going. All the way to the inside zone now. We really don't see too many runs out of tight offset this year, but so I'm kind of curious how good these are. Boom. Jukes outside. Doesn't really get much. Gain of 2. And we might take this to end the first quarter 7-0. These guys play very similar to each other, honestly. They're both pretty offensive players. Wesley's never won a belt. Fancy's never been to a finals. So we'll see as that is the end of the first. Losing sucks, but winning is fun. Using the same strategies that I've used to become one of the best Madden players in the world year after year, Civil.gg has been designed with the average Madden player in mind, and it will transform your game overnight, regardless of what game mode you play or how good you are at the game right now. We have helped thousands of Madden players just like yourself win more games, so if you are tired of losing, check out the link in the top of the description and use code PREMIUM for 25% off a yearly or monthly membership. And now, let's get back to the video. 2nd and 8, we have trips tight end to the right side. And if you just look at this combo right here, dude, out of trips, one of the most popular things you can do every single year, a post right here, tight end post. We have a drag. We have an in route behind him. We have this guy pushing to the flats. This is one of the best red zone type plays. And then triangle usually going to be on a flat a hitch, a zig, something like that. This thing is always, always popular. Quick throws, the in route, because that's where you could throw that. That in route where you threw it, little pocket right there. That's why you want your that slot wide receiver, the triangle, like I said, on a flat or a zig, because he's gonna push flat zones all the way to the outside, and then the in route's gonna attack just inside of them, just get just a little tiny bit of leverage. And that was a 10-play, 86-yard drive, with the first three of them going back 10 yards, basically. We'll see how Wes ends up answering back. Let's skip ahead slightly. We have a wow. I just skipped ahead one play first. Then immediately you see what happens here. I mean, let's see it. He's just gonna double team. And so you can kind of see this double team icon still. Look, Fancy's never sending this guy on a blitz, meaning that Wesley can roll out here every single time. Every time he wants to, you can roll out here, has two different corner routes to choose from, and technically could make this throw back here to the post route. I'm curious if Fancy starts to adjust to this as the game goes on some, because he's pretty much giving it every time. And yeah, Fancy's trying to user that end right there, almost trying to bait the corners, and that's actually a pretty tough throw. Something that Wesley just did right there was called blue passing. So if you're wondering how these guys are getting so many completions on the run, like where they get so many accurate throws, they're doing blue passing is essentially like a kind of like greening a shot in 2K where you get that perfect release. It's hard to do. You kind of want to release it when the ball's like when like the arm's back. It can take some practice, but you can blueberry every freaking throw in the game if you get good at it, and that'll make you have every accurate pass. So yeah, blue passing, kind of a newer thing in the game, which, ooh, tough throw. Kind of a newer thing that people are starting to discover in the game. And it goes to show, like, how much the game can change throughout the year, because we've been playing this game since August, and blueberrying has just become a thing in the Madden Bowl. No one's been doing it until then. So yeah, some of you guys can practice a little bit. Go into practice mode, go into some games. I really don't do it, but it's definitely a good thing to do. I just haven't taken the time to sit down and learn the entire thing yet. See that roll out again. Another blueberry. Literally, like you could see that blue. The whole thing just lights up blue. Now you could technically get green like that as well if you mistime it, but then you hit the kind of the green, which that's fine. But the blue is literally just perfect. That's what you're looking for essentially. Got the play. What we got? Anything halfback? KO, good defense, and Wesley's going to settle for 3 more likely than nah. Okay. I'm not a fan of the stud. I'm not a big stud guy. I don't know. I'm a big stud guy, but I'm not crazy. What I'm really not crazy about, I really don't mind piercings like that. I've never been a fan of the bowl. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't really see too many guys with the bowl kind of thing. I don't know what it's called, but you guys can probably picture what I'm saying. But I do see girls with it. Double post. The first time I think we've seen it called double post. Gonna force it. That's a laze. And dude, that just shows like what pass leading can do to you. Like if you get good at pass leading, I try preaching it so much. Look at Fancy's user. Wesley just runs a good combo. This inside third has to stay with R1. So this guy's going right here. This guy's going right here. Fancy's user actually does a good job. Like he forces a really tight window, but the pass lead down and then the click on to come back and agate, super good. And the green bean. The blueberry stuff also isn't as necessary in the pocket, just because you don't miss as many throws in the pocket naturally. But on the run is really where you'll see people utilize it big time. That was a laze. That was a laze right there from Wesley. I'll give him that. I think Fancy. Okay, I actually thought Fancy was about to call a bomb play, which I was surprised by. But no, he goes inside zone, jukes outside, jukes inside, jukes tackled down to the 36. So Fancy is getting ball at half. Probably another run right here. You're in situation. Yeah, you see the clock ticking all the way down to 9 seconds already. Gonna be inside zone to the right side. Gotta be an inside zone to the right side, right? No? I really thought he'd kill a little bit more clock. Double corners, forces it, inaccurate. I'm surprised he didn't run the ball just to get that to be underneath the 2:30 mark. So second down would take us to a 2-minute warning, because he really doesn't want to score. He's in a good spot. He's in a pretty good spot. But I guess the biggest thing is just scoring 7. Hard to be. Beggars can't really be choosers, I suppose. Just ideally you score and don't give Wesley a chance to get the ball back. See the rollout right side and that is what, I mean, that's what blueberrying does though. If you can get it, like, this doesn't happen. Now, this is one of the worst inaccurates I've seen. I mean, this is the intended receiver. But again, I hate this bad of an accurate. I think this is really just, I mean, like, an NFL quarterback doesn't do this, right? But when I was talking about blueberrying earlier, Wesley's made this same throw a few times because he was hitting the blues. He was blue passing, and Fancy either does like didn't do it, like either didn't try to do it right there or just missed it. I haven't really seen a Fancy who's good at it or not. There's definitely some skill gap there in that style of passing, which is good. I think all little things like that can add some skill gap. I'm always a big fan of stuff like that. I really am. Now Wesley's in a really good spot. He goes inside zone, juke, tackled down, 2nd and 5. We got one more play left before the 2-minute warning now. And Wes is in a pretty good spot. A pretty good spot. Flipperooski. Yeah, this is going to take us to 2-minute warning. Inside zone. Gotta watch a cutback lane here. If this guy doesn't... Ooh. Okay, he's gonna run. Let's say, is he about to pass? And he's 3rd and inches. And he's gonna run on 3rd and inches too, actually. See, so Fancy's backing off this slot corner. He starts here, backs him off here, and that can help this blitz come in better. My issue is, though, that you take a guy who could potentially help stop the run, and he's back here. Now, this guy's not going to do anything. And on 3rd and inches, at the very least, I'd like to see this guy blitzing. I don't think you stop this run. I think he's actually in pretty bad run defense. Let's see, unless the interior. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm pretty surprised that, man. And Fancy's intentionally using that right side defensive end. He has Lurk Artist on him. I'm 99.9% sure, obviously. And he's trying to use him, but man, in that situation, I'm surprised. Yeah, honestly, his run defense is bad. It's like very bad. He's setting up for pass every single time, but you have to, like, it's hard to defend the pass, so you have to defend the pass. But man, I mean, I don't know. I really felt like this was kind of predictable, more run situations. And okay, watch the tight end crosser going to the right side. The hitch should hold flat zones inside. We'll see if it does. Rolls out, gonna throw it. That would have been kind of nuts. I think that might have been picked, actually. An example, though, of not blueberrying it. This is a big opportunity for Fancy. A first down here kills. If he can get the ball back down 10, he gets the ball at half. Fine spot. Fine spot. But if he can't, not as fine of a spot. Watch a tight end crosser again, potentially. Yep. See, anything? Tight end crosser, not there. Throws that. Ooh. Fancy calls his final timeout. That's what sucks about that being completed. And yeah, Wesley's going to kick his 3, go up 2 possessions. See what Fancy does with the ball back. 1st and 10 in the bunch strong, going double corners again. I mean, it's just how good this stuff is. And now Wesley's actually starting to contain from this blitz. You saw on the left side right there, there was a little contained. But if Fancy double teams, he can still roll out on this. So let's see. Yeah, even with the contains, you can roll out. Boom. Ooh. That was a weird, like, just interaction right there. I mean, that should have been caught. I don't know if he over-clicked on. That looked more like a bug than anything. Man, I like to see Fancy double team. I don't know, he just doesn't want to roll out to the left side, I guess. Oh, and that's just tight throws. And I mean, Wesley knows what Fancy wants to do for the most part, right? So what Wesley's doing is he's essentially bracketing this left side with this guy's in a deep 3rd, dropping all the way back the corner is. This guy's in about a 10-yard curl flat probably, and this guy's in a 25-yard cloud flat. So if I will say, if Fancy had more of a, I hate to say it like this because it's like the situation, you can't really do it. But to beat this style, right, you have a 10-yard and a 25-yard. If you just dinked and dunked underneath with some sort of flat route right here, you'd be able to actually hit him. The only flat route that we have is the drag coming all the way across, which you can't. The tight end could have been highballed. It's just scary because he has Julius Peppers in a 10-yard flat. So Julius Peppers in a 10-yard flat is going to play like potentially like 20 yards. So it's like, man, it's hard to make the argument to throw over him. Post. The second time he's hit that for a huge gain. He has no timeout, so he's got to go. He'll probably spike it. No, he's just going to go immediately audibles. No spike. That was a mistake. especially to audible like that. Jeez, just gonna go straight verticals. Nothing really there. Corner route. Ah, oh. Fancy's been a little bit unlucky with a couple of, because that wasn't even a KO. With a couple of the passes just not being caught, whether they're inaccurate, caught out bounds. It's to settle for 3. Dang, that's actually a big difference maker. We saw something just like that. If you didn't watch my Drini versus Henry breakdown, it's labeled how this play won Henry $50,000, something like that. If you didn't watch that, dude, we're gonna skip ahead. You'll see a similar thing happen to Drini right before half. You'll see something just like that where it's like, man, that's a difference maker. Fancy with ball now, third quarter, got the corner out. And you can see though, like why rolling out makes it so much nicer to be able to hit that type of throw. But the thing is, if Wesley really wanted to, if either of these guys really wanted to, they could stop the rollouts. It's not like the rollouts are overpowered. They are like dang near essentially giving them up on a play-to-play basis. Like almost just like, hey, whatever. You know, he's gonna accept that definitely. Yep, back it up. 1st and 15. That's when they do a lot of NFL teams call timeouts right there. I don't know the stats behind it NFL wise. Not the same game, obviously, but man, I think that's one of the worst timeout calls ever. They do pressure right there. 2nd and 22 now. Hey, Fancy. Man, we gotta get points. Gotta score. Gotta score. Gotta score. Probably just gonna be double corners again, right? And that's where it's not double corners this time actually. Let's see. Can we see the play art? Okay, so cool. I mean, we see this route combo pretty often, right? This is very similar to this guy being on a wheel, but instead he's on a corner route, halfback streak, post, drag. And instead of this guy being on a clear out streak, he's on a clear out deep post. So again, Fancy makeshifting a very similar route combo that we see all the time from Durham. He's just doing it from a different play. Got the halfback streak, juke, 1st and 10, 9 for 16. Wesley's upset. Here, there is a big thing, man, in Madden where if you can start predicting the opponent's play calls. I mean, honestly, if we're watching Fancy play right now, he's not calling a ton of different plays. Now, right here actually is a little bit of a different play call. But the plays, then the reason they're able to do this is that the plays are so good and they're so good at executing what they're good at. Bomb, you can't throw that. That's not picked? What? What? Okay, Fancy doesn't pass lead this all the way. Or he tries to, but his freeform settings are too low, so he doesn't catch this in stride. It is actually probably open if he's on, like, maybe even far or something like that, but he's on near, I'm sure. Ooh, but the plays are so good in this game. If you get so good at them, it's not glitch. Like, we're not, man, so many people immediately go like, oh, they're glitching. I mean, I haven't seen a glitch yet. And everything they're doing has a clear counter, right? Everyone complains about this A-gap blitz, but you've seen them just roll outside of this A-gap blitz over and over again after they blocked and stuff like that. The plays are so good where you can just call a few of them, attack different areas of the field, and I mean, it's tough for defense to stop them unless they predict correctly, which is what a lot of defense is. It's anticipating what the offense is calling. And right there, gonna throw that beam touchdown. That could have been KO'd, but Fancy finally gets his. Probably should have thrown a pick the play before, but that makes up for a couple of other cheats. I think the cheat scale right now, even. I'd say it's even now, because I do think Fantasy got screwed early. He should be happy that this game's tied, though. Wesley going to start off with an inside zone from Bunch Strong. Tries cutting it back, but the insta-shed from whoever that was, number 48 in the middle of the field. Who was 48? Harris? Well, who is that? I just don't know who, like, that player actually is. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Boom, pressure, a little delayed, throws it away. Now Fancy playing some good defense, putting Wesley in a little bit more of an uncomfortable spot. I want to say for the first time today in this game. And now, yeah, Wesley's going to this play dagger. This become a very popular play. Ooh, he's setting it up different, though. Let me not even talk about it then yet. Okay, he's just setting it up. But, I would like to see this picked. Okay, not right there. Fancy's user is too far down. Not going to get there. Fancy needed to take more of a beeline. But I'll say it, man. I'd like to see this guy make this play. The ball's right. The ball's been out. I'd like to see this guy make this play. This is going into my bucket of why pass lead elite should be out of pass lead elite, literally, the ball travels. What it does, it increases the ball velocity. So literally, when the ball's in the air, it just moves faster. As a result, the defense quite literally cannot react half the time. A little bomb ski. We've seen that a few times. Oh, I wanted to see one more juke, but he didn't need it. All right, well, easy touchdown. But the ball travels so fast, the defense can't react half the time. It's just like, okay. I mean, what do you? Dang. Good cover three bomb. Good cover three bomb. Really good way to beat baseline presses. Trying to bomb it over the top. You can do that at a pretty high clip. We're going to see Fancy first and 10, own 16. Runs a route combo we're very popular with, very familiar with that drag post streak out of the backfield. Now we're going to see him on 2nd and 5, audible back to the end. He's called this, he likes this inside zone. He's called this quite a few times. Double teams that nose tackle, cuts it back, might juke outside. He does juke outside. He might have a huge, he needs that block to hold up. Oh, the downfield blocking, he might have had a tutty. Oh, he might have actually had a touchdown right there. That is so, I hate to say it's unfortunate, but like he had the blocks. They just like literally stopped. Double corners though, throws the corner. You can see though, the way he's pass leading, he's very afraid of the underneath flat defender who's set to like probably a 10-yard curl flat. Because on the right side, the underneath guy is Randy Moss. And on the left side, the underneath guy is Julius Peppers. So it's like, how do you know what I'm saying? How do you got to throw over them, which is scary. Right there, that could have been scary too. Wesley's a stop away from being in big time driver's seat. Yeah, and the thing just came up saying Wesley's in the Colts playbook. Colts Eagles are exactly the same there. Copy and pasta. Rolls out to the right, nothing there. You know, that's a lazy. If he catches it, not gonna lie, that's a crazy catch. I ain't gonna lie, both these dudes might just be lucky. I can't tell. That's the crazy catch right there, man. It probably should have been knocked out because I saw the dude light up right behind him. Huh. Yeah, I think Wesley just said the F-bomb and then bro. Probably in a negative manner, I have to assume. Fancy thinks to himself that, damn, I'm different. That's what he's saying. Wesley's saying he's the luckiest ever. And we have Ultimate Madden Bowl presented by Lexus. Hey, EA, I'm giving you guys quite a few free viewership on your advertisements. Not saying nothing, just throwing that information out there. The Players Lounge does a little wave. That was pretty sick. Happy to see them in there. And then we get a close-up of Wesley's stud, and we get a close-up of Fancy's jean jacket. He has a sweatshirt underneath the jean jacket. I do have a picture of me wearing a jean jacket, and I've used it quite a few places, but I've only worn a jean jacket one time, and it was that place. They gave it to me where that picture was taken. Some of you, if you follow me on Twitter, you know it's my Twitter profile picture. I'm not a jean jacket guy, although I think they look good. Boom, gap shoot. That's labbed. That's labbed. All right, here we go. We're back in it. I don't know why the fourth quarter transition took so long. I just had to ramble on about nonsense. Fancy's earned $114K this year. Wesley has earned $116,000. A lot of people be saying, dude, oh, it's just a video game. Why do you care? I mean, these dudes, I don't know, man. The money seems, the video game money seems real. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my landlord if I can pay my rent with video game money or if that's not allowed. Nonetheless. 3rd and goal. Fancy. I mean, does he settle for? I mean, he will probably kick 3 if he doesn't get it. Going back to that trips tight end combo, he scored a touchdown on it earlier. Watch a little in route on the right side. Does Wesley send pressure? Send pressure. Boom. Quick flat route. You can't. I'm surprised he snapped through that. I think he was hoping he could juke up. He's gonna go at the 1. You definitely go for it at the 1 right here. It's too tough to kick. Too tough to get stops consistently. Too tough to kick. And even if you don't get it, Wesley's at his own 1 and would have to get 60 yards just to win the game. Oh, he rolled. Oh, no. All right. That's a glitch. That is a glitch. I told you guys I'd tell you when it was. He calls wide receiver screen out of tray open. These wide receiver screens, it's right behind my face cam, a little wide receiver screen. This guy is going up the field and will just sit. Fancy snap rolls out. These things let you just roll out. The defensive line kind of interacts weird because everyone's screen blocking. Whole thing's just weird. Glitch. I'll say that's cheese. Agreed. That is cheddar, Fancy. You always gotta have something in a tournament. I can't lie though, dude. You get into these tournaments, dude. One of the best ways, because so many people are so similarly skilled, right? Like realistically, when you get into a tournament, no matter what skill level you are, there's probably a large amount of people that you'll play throughout the tournament who are right around your skill level. So one of the best ways to get above that skill level is adding a little something, right? And when you're at the very top, top 10 like these two are, that little something a lot of times is a glitch. I remember when I was in TNC, it was an old crew that had Fancy, Decroft, J-Wall, myself, a few other people. The tournaments we did the best in consistently were tournaments that we had a little something something, right? When J-Wall won the club championship belt, the reason J-Wall beat, well, big reason, he might have won anyways, but a big reason that he beat the dude to make the top 32 of that tournament, mind you, he won it, but to beat the top dude to get into the top 32, he ran a man swap glitch that, I mean, like, just ruined the dude's defense because man coverage was the meta at the time, Madden 21. I can think of a few other dudes who have made big tournament runs that were helped led by a glitch. Decroft, jeez, that could be a pick. If you ever see Decroft make a deep tournament run, I love Decroft, but if you ever see him make a deep tournament run, just know he's probably pulled out about 3 or 4 random glitches throughout the course of the tournament that have aided him in winning some games. No, but these dudes are incredibly good. I'm more so just BSing. Anyways, here we go. 4th and 1 for the game almost. Angle route. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! 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 Boo! Boo! Oh no, this game is trash. I mean, okay, I hate this route combo for it. I mean, this corner route's not getting open, yet this guy right here, that's not going to be a throw. Seam probably isn't going to be thrown unless you snap throw this one again right at his fucking face. So you're really just looking at the drag or the angle, okay? Oh no. I mean, give me a Madden where this thing gets lurked again, brother. I mean, people oh my god. And then, what do you even? In what world is that pass interference? Oh, that's disgusting. Boo, boo. That's I don't even know what to say. That actually just lost him the game, basically. Wesley can easily milk the rest of this game out. Oh wow. What do you do? What icon do you press? I swear to God, if you press Y right there, you're not getting it either. And if he presses Y right there and he doesn't get it, and then he complains about not getting it, even though he should get it, you know what everyone's saying? You should have swatted. You should have swatted. You should have swatted. You got to swat right there. You can't be greedy. You go for the pick. Oh, God. Oh. People want. Anyways, Wesley needs 6 yards to get into field goal range, right on the edge of it. 1 first down. Almost ices this game. Fancy does have 3 timeouts, so he just needs he can let up a first down or 2. Throws it. Yeah, blues that one. That blue's huge though. That's a great example. Throw on the run, blueberries it, and he's able to hit it. Whereas Fancy earlier, similar idea, misses it, throws a pick, an inaccurate pick, inside zone. See, I hate Fancy dropping this slot corner back though, because look at the cutback. I actually really think Fancy's run defense was really bad in this game. I mean. Man, I get what you're doing. This helps this blitz come in, yada, yada, yada. Gives you some extra coverage adjustments because now this guy can drop back into a further flat. But, I mean, situation, man, this guy's got to be here blitzing off the edge because it takes away the cutback. I'm so surprised. Man, he's playing pass. And, I mean, you should really... Man, you've played this run so many times. Man, dang. That sucks to see because Fancy's a good player. So seeing him just have bad run defense like that for no reason, it feels like, is tough. 1 more first down ices this game though. Now Fancy's down to just 1 timeout, and Wesley's gonna throw the ball every single down now. Pressure. Wow, I can't lie to you. This throwing animation Wesley just got right here feels. I don't know. Maybe it's because it might have literally been because he blued this one. That was the tippy toe thing. That felt like it was going to be throw out a sack and completion. And that would have been huge for Fancy. 2nd and 3. Wesley's going to go back to the run. Dude, please blitz both your slot corners. No way. Does Wesley really pass right here? He's just saying, yeah? I mean, you have to. Okay, he's running. I think you have to blitz. Yep. Boom. There we go. And there's look who made the tackle right there. Randy Moss did. Where's Randy right here? Randy is right here. Now, mind you, he also blitzed. Yeah. Randy wasn't even blitzing though, but not backing him up, kept him in the run fit, kept him closer to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 2. This is the game. Wesley probably can go to a pass play. I have to assume. But man, I'm surprised by Fancy's run defense early or throughout it. Unfortunate. And he's gonna go to smash return. Hasn't called this yet. We've seen this ran sometimes throughout this tournament. It's a really good play, really powerful. And you gotta really watch. I mean, this is a basic high-low right over the middle of the field. But then, right, this guy's stretching everything deep. This little return route. And he can be super lethal. Fancy might see it coming, but it's gonna be hard to user it. Boom, good D, good D, good D. Oh! He has gift wrap, so he's gonna catch it. Fancy actually gave up the touchdown right here. He didn't. I mean, he was fine with that, which is good defense. It's it's really good defense. Why is that good defense? You might be asking. Because if Wesley scores a touchdown right here, only thing Fancy can't do is give up a first down. Because that milks the game. Wesley scores a touchdown, Fancy gets the ball back down 7 with a minute left. So this post is actually a touchdown, and so is the streak. All Fancy needs to do is defend the drag and defend the return route. And I mean, you can't play a ton better than that. You had to user this for a second. You just need a fortunate animation to go. I mean, that's tough defense. But that is what gift wrap does, though. That's tough, dude. That's tough. Wesley's gonna kick the game-winning field goal right here, boys. New to the channel, consider that subscribe button is free. Helps me out as a creator a ton. Trying to hit 20,000. A lot of you guys aren't. So if you got value from this, hit the subscribe button. See you on the next one.